तो रोना आ रहा है देख के अपनी हालत पे और साथ वाले इंडिया की हालत को देख के कि वो कहाँ से कहाँ पे पहुँचते जा रहे हैं और हम रह गए उधर के उधर। की जो पॉपुलेशन है, जो इंडिया में इस वक्त 1.4 बिलियन पॉपुलेशन है, उन लोगों ने माजी में पता नहीं क्या क्या ऑपरेशंस करवाए, किस किस तरह के टेस्ट करवाए, क्या रिपोर्ट्स थी, सब कुछ था, या कुछ लोगों के पास बंडल्स भी हैं, वो इस सिस्टम के अंदर किस तरह से आएंगे, ये सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज है। ये तो एग्जिस्टिंग जो अगली नई नेशन आएगी उसके लिए तो ये चीज़ें चलती जाएंगी, लेकिन जो अभी लोग मौजूद हैं उन्होंने क्या क्या मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट्स करवा रखे हैं, क्या क्या चीज़, वो किस तरह से इस स्कीम के अंदर इंडल्ज हो सकते हैं, फिट हो सकते हैं, वो है। यूपीआई यूनिफाइड पेमेंट वाला था, इसी तरह यूएचआई, ये भी एक बड़ा मजे का है। तो जब ये सारे मिलके एक कंबाइन काम करेंगे तो मेरे ख्याल में एक डिजिटलाइज किस्म का इंडिया देखने को मिलेगा।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, नमस्ते, सत श्री अकाल, वेलकम टू यूट्यूब चैनल खदीजा मेहरा रिएक्शन। इट्स मी योर खदीजा वसीम, हमारे साथ हैं
मेहरान नाज़ी। नाज़रीन, इंडिया के अंदर यूनिफाइड हेल्थ इंटरफेस जो है, हेल्थ के रेवोल्यूशन है एक इंडिया के अंदर, और इससे जो है इंडिया के अंदर एक बहुत ही जो है हेल्थ के रिलेटेड जो है फैसिलिटीज़ हैं वो आवाम को मिलने वाली हैं। तो यूनिफाइड हेल्थ इंटरफेरेंस इज़ ब्रिंगिंग अ हेल्थ केयर रेवोल्यूशन इन इंडिया। तो एक ये वीडियो है, तो इस वीडियो को अब हम ज़रा कंप्लीट देखते हैं और फिर इसके ऊपर जो भी कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस हैं या जो भी फ्यूचर में चीज़ें बेहतर होने वाली दिखाई दे रही हैं उनके ऊपर भी बात करेंगे। तो वीडियो की तरफ चलते हैं। वीडियो की तरफ जाने से पहले अगर आपने हमारा चैनल सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया,
बस सब्सक्राइब चैनल और बेल आइकन लाल प्रेस कीजिए।
तो चलते हैं जी, देखते हैं।
As Prime Minister Modi announced the biggest healthcare scheme in the world,
Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday launched the Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission.
the Ayushman Bharat Digital Health Mission, a unique digital health ID will be provided to every citizen using details such as Aadhaar and a mobile number. This health ID will contain all health records of the person.
नेशनल डिजिटल हेल्थ मिशन, उसका भी आरंभ किया जा रहा है। भारत के हेल्थ सेक्टर में ये एक नई क्रांति ले आएगा। इलाज में आने वाली परेशानियां कम करने के लिए टेक्नोलॉजी का बहुत सुविचारित रूप से उपयोग होगा।
Hi everybody, on 12th of January 2022, the Government of India rolled out a revolutionary system called the Unified Health Interface under the Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. And just like the UPI, which brought along a payment revolution in India, the UHI is an open network designed to bring out a healthcare revolution in India. And just like UPI brought in a game-changing platform for fintech companies, UHI is a game-changing platform for medtech, fintech, health tech, insurance, doctors and even hospitals. And the irony is that, in spite of this being such a legendary initiative, the mainstream media has barely covered it. So in this case study, let's do a deep dive and try to understand what exactly is the Unified Health Interface, what is so special about it that it can revolutionize 4 different industries and the lives of 1.4 billion people, what are the pros and cons of this initiative, and most importantly, as students of business, what are the study materials to help you understand this game-changing initiative better. This video is brought to you by IDFC First Bank, but more on this at the end of the video. To understand the power of UHI, we first have to understand the major problems prevailing in the existing Indian healthcare system. And we also need to understand the challenges faced by the stakeholders in the ecosystem. To tell you about it, the first problem we have is the lack of an easily accessible database to store and access our medical records. So today, considering the fact that medtech penetration in India is at less than 10%, most of us get handwritten prescriptions, take it to the pharmacy, buy the meds, get well soon and forget about the illness. Similarly, for major health issues, we have these giant files with reports, test results, x-rays, CT scans, bills, insurance receipts, all of them in one messy bunch of files. And by chance, during shifting or in a flood situation, if you lose these files, unless you went to a high-tech hospital in the country, all these critical medical details of the patients become very difficult to retrieve, or even worse, they get lost forever. So the next time you go to a doctor, he or she won't know the details of your treatment and what exactly are the meds that you took. The second problem we have is the lack of awareness. And during my conversation with the doctors in the Think School community, They told me that most of the people in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities don't even know the kinds of operations they have undergone. And even worse, they sometimes give wrong information which further leads to complications. For example, even if somebody had a hernia operation, they wouldn't be able to tell or show the records of the same to the doctor. And the third problem we have is our inability to get medical history during an emergency. For example, if a man is brought to the hospital after a road accident and is losing a lot of blood, the hospital has no way to instantly know whether he's a diabetic, what blood group he belongs to, what allergies he has, which drugs is he sensitive to, and so on and so forth. So by default, the diagnosis time increases and hence increasing the chance of death. And the same thing applies to old people also. So tomorrow if an old man with diabetes falls unconscious, there is no way for the hospital to know what drug he was taking, what other diseases he has. So again, until the hospital retrieves this data from his relatives, it could be too late.
बहुत कमाल का
And this brings us to the fourth problem that we have, and
यही
that is
होता है।
report sharing and getting second opinions. So now most of the hospitals give you the scanned reports and videos on a CD or a film. So if you want to take a second opinion, you either have to travel all the way to the doctor and show them all the reports and pictures, or you'll have to send them the picture through WhatsApp or email. And this is messy for two reasons. Number one, the handwritten notes are difficult to read, and secondly, the photos of critical reports like X-ray are not so accurately readable on photos. And lastly, we have the language barrier. So if we have a 13-year-old tribal girl who doesn't speak a common language, then again, it's very, very difficult to know if she's having any genetic issues, and in some cases, random transfusion can lead to shock and even death. And this is where, ladies and gentlemen, the unified health interface comes in as a game changer. So the question is, what is UHI and how will it solve these problems? Well, in simple words, UHI is a tool just like a UPI, whereby, just like UPI ID, all of us will have something called the health ID. So let's try to understand the building blocks of UHI. Firstly, we have the health information providers, which includes doctors and hospitals who are offering their services. It will also include diagnostic centers offering their service and public health programs. And then we have the health information exchange and consent manager. And lastly, we have the health information users who are again doctors, hospitals, citizens and public health programs. In the health information, we will have the health ID, the registry of the healthcare professionals and the registry of the healthcare facilities. So first of all the diagnostic facilities and hospitals will have to register with the UHI, and there will be a verification system to make sure that only legit doctors and hospitals get approved. Then, just like we all download an app for UPI, we will get registered and enter all the existing medical history into that app as intricately as possible. And after that, every time you go to a doctor, a hospital or a diagnostic center, all your reports, prescription and doctor comments will be updated on that particular platform with your health ID. This will include everything from cough and cold to allergies to medications, their side effects, CT scans and every important observation made by the healthcare professionals. So 5 years later, when you go to your doctor, all you need to do is your normal checkup and share your health card with her through your health ID. And if you want to share it with the doctor 1,000 kilometers away, all you need to do is give him access to your health card just like you give access to your Google Drive request. And more importantly, even if your grandmother does not know anything about her treatment, the doctor can use her health ID to access the reports and come to a more accurate clinical decision. Now most people will be like, yeah bro, so what? This is just a data entry, data sharing feature, right? Then why is it such a big deal? Well, guess what? This is where the second dimension of UHI comes in, whereby it extends further to accessibility. You see guys, today, if you want to have a list of all the hospitals near you, you could just Google it. But if you want a unified platform like Amazon, whereby you can actually check all the facilities in each of these hospitals along with their status, there is no platform for that, isn't it? For example, you cannot apply filters and track which hospital has an XYZ surgery facility, what's their rating, what is the availability status of the operation theatre, availability of the beds and other facilities for your specific treatment. And you don't have all the diagnostic facilities in India registered on a single platform. So even with apps like Practo, both the service provider and the user have to be on the same app to get the information for the same. And this is what UHI will solve. Secondly, UHI will also help you get all the ambulance facilities under one roof to help you get an ambulance from the hospital that can reach you at the earliest. Apart from that, you also have teleconsultation, home visits and other facilities as listed on the screen. And thirdly, you can also check which pharmacy near you has a specific drug without roaming around the city for hours. And this is what brings me to the third dimension of UHI, which are government welfare schemes and health insurance. Now, after registering your health ID, as you have enough data entered with your health ID, just like we have the CIBIL score that defines how risky is it to lend to you, in this case, you will get a health score by which insurance companies can actually help you choose the right policy. And again, from my interaction with the doctors in the Think School community, there are cases where the patients have chosen an insurance policy that they think is perfect according to their knowledge. But when they get admitted into the hospital, after the bill crosses 4 to 5 lakh rupees, that is when the insurance companies start digging into the patient history. This is when, if the insurance company finds out that knowingly or unknowingly the patient did not reveal a certain health problem that they had, the entire policy itself gets cancelled. But with the health score and UHR records, the insurance companies can access how risky or safe you are as a customer and either charge you more or less depending on your health history. So if you're a fit person, the premium would be less, and if you're a person with bad health record, the premiums would go up. And more importantly, if you have a single database of all of your medical history, tomorrow you don't have to worry about the insurance company digging into your medical history and finding something that you must have revealed but could not due to some reason. At the same time, the insurance company will not have a hard time in evaluating the customers. This is the third dimension of UHI, which is insurance coverage and ease of insurance business. And lastly, we come to the most important pillar of all, which is public welfare schemes. Now, people, in the past 7 years, the government of India has taken the Digital India initiative to the next level by introducing some of the most powerful products we have ever seen. And these products have become even more powerful when they work together in conjunction. In this case, because people already have Aadhaar, it becomes easier for them to verify their identity on the UHI platform. With GST number and digital documentation, it becomes easier for the healthcare facilities to register themselves. With Jan Dhan Yojana, more people have bank accounts. Because of UPI and RuPay, people can use these bank accounts seamlessly for making payments in the UHI platform. And all of this put together, once you have all the data of the patients in a single unified platform, do you see how magical this is? The government can actually use all this data to roll out some super effective public welfare schemes. For example, if the UHI database says that there are 10,000 diabetic patients in Area 1 and 5,000 in Area 2, tomorrow if there's an epidemic that attacks the diabetic patients easily, they can efficiently manage the supply chain of vaccines such that Area 1 gets more vaccines and Area 2 gets less vaccines. Secondly, they could also send a push notification to specific people to prompt them to go and take the vaccines. And lastly, when these patients come to take their vaccines, the healthcare workers can immediately verify their diabetic condition simply by checking their health ID. So you see, this doesn't just optimize the vaccine supply, but will also prevent wastage and shortage at the same time. Similarly, tomorrow the government understands that due to rising costs, a large segment of the population in a specific area is experiencing a certain illness from the UHI data. They can roll out subsidies to the Jan Dhan accounts and quickly execute it for the well-being of the public. This is how the Ayushman Bharat Abhiyan's unified health interface, just like UPI, is setting the stage for yet another revolution in India. You see guys, the banks have played a major role in the UPI revolution, and one of them is our partner for this episode, and that is IDFC First Bank. IDFC First is a new age bank that's revolutionizing the way India banks. What I love about them is that it operates under the principle that customers' interest comes first. For example, they are the first universal bank in India to credit interest on savings account on a monthly basis instead of quarterly basis as followed by other banks. So IDFC First customers earn interest on a monthly compounding basis as compared to quarterly basis with other banks. They are on a mission to create the world's most customer-friendly bank, and I genuinely think their products and services are specifically designed for that mission. They also offer pretty attractive interest rates. While most banks offer interest rates of 3 to 3.5% per annum, IDFC First Bank's interest rates start at 4%. And on balances of 10 lakh rupees and above, you earn 6.25% per annum. And you can know more about their savings account from my previous episode on CBDC. And if you thought their savings account is great, you will love their credit cards too. Their credit cards have 0 annual charges and 0 joining fees. But what's more important is that there are no minimum spend conditions, whereas most other banks waive annual fees subject to minimum spend conditions. And not just that, at IDFC First, the reward points are very attractive and they never expire. That's not all. They are the only universal bank that allows reward points to be redeemed online against the next online purchase. Now, isn't that customer friendly? If this sounds useful to you, you can open an IDC First Bank savings account or get the credit card from the link in the description. Moving on to the challenges, here are the most important pointers that we and the government needs to consider while the UHI program gets executed. Number one is the concern of privacy, because we're talking about sharing critical patient data and a complete database that contains the sensitive information of 1.4 billion people. So the question is, how do we keep it secured and how do we make sure that it always goes to the most authentic and reliable source? Secondly, the medtech entrepreneurs in India have worked very hard to bring in some game-changing tech into the market, and I'm just hoping that this initiative does not end up killing the medtech industry in India. Thirdly, 5 years down the line, UHI will have all the data, that is fine. But right now, there are hundreds of millions of people in India who do not know anything about what operation they had and what exactly is their medical history. So apart from the ideal next generation population that we're talking about, the question is, how do we make UHI equally useful for the existing generation which already has its medical data in one messy bunch of files? And this is going to be the biggest challenge of all. And lastly, since the doctors will be basing their decisions on the basis of the medical data in the UHI, the question is, how do we make sure that nobody, including the patient herself, does not input the wrong data that could prove fatal to her? These are the challenges that the government needs to overcome to make sure that the unified health interface is implemented and is made useful as soon as possible. Now you let me know what according to you are the challenges and opportunities of the UHI in the comments below. And also you can open an IDC First savings account or get a credit card and get incremental value through their customer friendly products through the link.
क्या कहती हैं? मुझे तो रोना आ रहा है देख के अपनी हालत पे और साथ वाले इंडिया की हालत को देख के कि वो कहाँ से कहाँ पे पहुँचते जा रहे हैं और हम ट्रैक ही उधर
आप ये चेक करो कि यार मैंने इंडिया के बड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स देखे हैं बट ये एक्सट्रीम लेवल का अच्छा है। और मेरा तुम ये देखो कि वहाँ पे भी इतनी अवेयरनेस लोगों में नहीं है, मतलब इतने सारे ही पढ़े लिखे नहीं हैं बट फिर भी वो इनिशिएटिव लेते हैं, वो लोगों को समझाते हैं। 1 साल 2 साल 3 साल लगेंगे लोगों को अंडरस्टैंड करने में और एक टाइम आएगा जब सब अंडरस्टैंड कर चुके होंगे, इस तरह करके वो कोई नया इनिशिएटिव लेंगे, फिर कुछ नया चेंज करेंगे। बट यार मैं कहती हूँ कि इतना काम हो रहा है, उनके पास इतने गोल्स हैं, रेलवे अलग चल रहे हैं, हेल्थ के इश्यूज अलग वो सॉल्व आउट कर रहे हैं, जो आपकी फॉरेन पॉलिसी है उसको वो अलग हैंडल कर रहे हैं, नेशन अलग। और ये
तो हो गया ओवरऑल। अब हम बात करते हैं यूनिफाइड हेल्थ इंटरफेस के ऊपर। सबसे पहले तो इसमें 3-4 चीज़ें जो बड़ी मेजर बेनिफिट्स होने वाले हैं लोगों को, वो ये हैं कि एक तो आप जब भी कोई हॉस्पिटल सर्च करते हो तो आप पता नहीं होता कि आपके पास जो हॉस्पिटल है उसमें कोई बेड फ्री भी है, उसमें ऑपरेशन थिएटर फ्री भी है, उसमें किस तरह की फैसिलिटीज़ भी हैं, वो किस चीज़ के लिए स्पेशलाइजेशन है, किसके लिए नहीं है, ये भी बड़ी अच्छी चीज़ होगी। दूसरा, कोई बंदा, हम अक्सर होता है कि हम पर्ची के ऊपर दवाई लिखवा लेते हैं और जाके फार्मेसी से परचेज़ कर ली, बाद में पर्ची कहाँ गायब, हम कहाँ गायब, कोई पता नहीं होता। तो ये भी एक बड़ा अच्छा बेनिफिट होगा कि जब आप कोई भी दवाई लेंगे, कोई भी मेडिसिन, कोई भी प्रिस्क्रिप्शन, तो वो आपके डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर मौजूद होगी। उसके अलावा आपके जब भी कोई ना कोई टेस्ट वगैरह होते हैं, कोई इतनी आपने जब देखा होगा कि हम हॉस्पिटल में जाते हैं तो आपके मुख्तलिफ किस्म के टेस्ट वगैरह करवाते हैं और वो टेस्ट हम बाद वक़्त प्रिजर्व कर लेते हैं, लेकिन समहाउ कभी कभी वो हमसे गुम भी जाते हैं, तो हॉस्पिटल में जाके होता है दोबारा नए सिरे से करवाओ सारे वो, और वो बहुत महंगे टेस्ट होते हैं जो बंदे करवाते वक्त बंदे का बहुत खर्चा हो जाता है। तो जब आपके सारी रिपोर्ट्स आपकी डिजिटल आईडी के ऊपर मौजूद होंगी तो फिर ये भी एक जो है ये भी काम ख़त्म हो जाएगा। एक और बड़ी मज़े की चीज़ ये देखने को मिली कि देखें आप वो जब भी कहीं भी जाएँ, आप दुनिया के इंडिया के किसी दूसरे कोने में भी चले जाएँ और आप सिर्फ अपनी वो आईडी के ज़रिए जो है पहचाने जाएंगे और आप सुकून से जो है अपना जो भी है ट्रीटमेंट वगैरह करवा सकते हैं। आपको पता लग जाएगा कि आपने कब ऑपरेट करवाया, क्या करवाया, क्या प्रिस्क्रिप्शन थी, क्या बीमारी थी, किस वजह से थी, आपके ब्लड किस तरह का है, आपके अंदर शुगर है नहीं है। इवन दो एक चीज़ ये, दूसरा ये है कि कुछ लोग अगर किसी किस्म की बीमारी में मुब्तला हैं, वो वैक्सीनेशन करवाने जा रहे हैं, तो उन्हें भी नोटिफिकेशन वगैरह की सूरत में पता लग जाएगा कि फ़लाँ हॉस्पिटल में ये है जो मेरे करीब है, वहाँ पर वैक्सीन मौजूद है नहीं मौजूद है। जब वो जाएगा तो उसकी सारा उसी बुनियाद पर, यहाँ पर हम ये कहते हैं ये मेरा पेशेंट बड़ा सीरियस है, ये मेरा पेशेंट बड़ा सीरियस, तो सारा काम आ जाएगा मेरिट के ऊपर और सारा डिजिटाइज हो जाएगा चीज़ें। ये तो हो गए इसके बेनिफिट्स वगैरह। और जब ये सारी पेमेंट्स, जिस तरह यूपीआई यूनिफाइड पेमेंट वाला था, इसी तरह यूएचआई ये भी एक बड़ा मजे का है, तो जब ये सारे मिलके एक कंबाइन काम करेंगे तो मेरे ख्याल में एक डिजिटलाइज किस्म का इंडिया देखने को मिलेगा, जहाँ पे तकरीबन सारी चीज़ें जो हैं वो टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज़ करते होते इंडिया नेक्स्ट लेवल पे चले जाएगा। और ये प्रैक्टिसेस शायद बहुत कम हद तक जो हैं यूरोप में और इधर उधर प्रैक्टिस की जा रही हैं, लेकिन यहाँ इस एरिया में हमारे वाली साइड पे तो हमें तो ये तो हमने तो सुना है और हम तो मुझे लिटरली रोना आ रहा है अपनी कंडीशन के ऊपर। हम कहाँ पे और इंडिया कहाँ पे पहुँच गया भाई, हम तो अजीब ही सिलसिला एक शुरू किया हुआ है हमने। अच्छा, उसके बाद इसके जो नुकसानात हैं, नुकसानात की तरफ आएँ तो पहले नंबर पे तो ये है कि ये एक टेक्नोलॉजी, इसको सिक्योर डाटा ये भी एक बड़ा होगा, क्योंकि देखें यहाँ पे बैंक्स तक हैक हो जाते हैं तो ये डाटा भी किसी ना किसी तरह कोई करप्ट होने के चांसेस हो सकते हैं। और उसके अलावा भी हर पेशेंट की कुछ क्रिटिकल कंडीशन होती हैं, उसे सिक्योर करना, हर हॉस्पिटल्स की सारा कुछ जो भी चीज़ें इसके ऊपर मौजूद होंगी तो उन्हें सिक्योर करना भी जो है वो भी ज़रा देखना। लेकिन ये इतना बड़ा मेरे ख्याल में चैलेंज नहीं है, क्योंकि जिस तरह UPI के हवाले से भी और बैंकिंग का सारा सिस्टम जब ऑनलाइन ही है तो वो भी अगर सिक्योर है तो ये भी हो ही सकती हैं चीज़ें, तो इसमें नो इशू है। लेकिन एक चीज़ ये है कि जब कभी ये इसकी मेंटेनेंस हो रही होगी और किसी उस वक्त अगर कोई पेशेंट जाता है तो उस वक्त अगर वो एक्सेस नहीं कर पा रहे, कुछ इशू आ रहा है तो वो एक काम ख़राब कर सकता है। और एक जो चीज़ मुझे देखने वाली इसमें लगी कि अभी की जो पॉपुलेशन है, जो इंडिया में इस वक्त 1.4 बिलियन पॉपुलेशन है, उन लोगों ने माजी में पता नहीं क्या क्या ऑपरेशंस करवाए, किस किस तरह के टेस्ट करवाए, क्या रिपोर्ट्स थी, सब कुछ था, या कुछ लोगों के पास बंडल्स भी हैं, वो इस सिस्टम के अंदर किस तरह से आएंगे, ये सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज है। ये तो एग्जिस्टिंग जो अगली नई नेशन आएगी उसके लिए तो ये चीज़ें चलती जाएंगी, लेकिन जो अभी लोग मौजूद हैं उन्होंने क्या क्या मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट्स करवा रखे हैं, क्या क्या चीज़ें, वो किस तरह से इस स्कीम के अंदर इंडल्ज हो सकते हैं, फिट हो सकते हैं, वो है। लेकिन दीजिए बात यह है कि जहाँ भी आप कोई इनिशिएटिव लेते हो, कोई अच्छा लेते हो, कोई बुरा लेते हो, तो चैलेंजेस आपको हमेशा सामने करने पड़ते हैं। तो ये भी एक इंडियन गवर्नमेंट
बात होता है कि आप चैलेंज लो तो सही, आप लो तो सही।
तो अब उन्होंने उसको चैलेंज तो उनके सामने है और यकीनन उन्होंने इस हवाले से कोई ना कोई स्ट्रेटेजी भी डेवलप की होगी कि जब भी आपको करते हैं तो यकीनन ये कोई छोटे लेवल पे तो काम हो नहीं रहा, ये पूरे इंडिया के लिए है। तो इंडिया बहुत बड़ी टीम्स ने बैठ के डिसाइड भी किया होगा कि अगर ऐसा है तो इसको हम इस तरह से कैटर करेंगे, ऐसा है तो इस तरह से, तो फिर वो बनाया ही होगा।
और कौन सा ये एक आध दिन में बन गया होगा, इसके पीछे इनका काफी काम हुआ होगा, तो ही तो ये सामने उन्होंने अपना इनिशिएटिव रखा है।
हाँ, सो आप इस हवाले से क्या राय रखते हैं कमेंट बॉक्स के अंदर लाजमी बताइए। वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए,
बेल आइकन को प्रेस कीजिए, इंस्टाग्राम आईडी मेंशन फॉलो करें, सजेशन दें। तब तक के लिए अपने मेजबानों को दुआ में याद रखें। अल्लाह ने